Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can flash the firmware for your MKS Robin Nano V3.1 board. So to flash the firmware you need to open the Marlin folder in your Visual Studio Code. You will see the folders on the left side in this Explorer menu, and you will see the Marlin folder, and after that these are the sub-files. You can see the configuration.h and configuration.advanced.h file in the Marlin folder here, and this is the platformIO.ini file. So you will see these menus at the bottom for build, upload and playing. And after that, first of all, let me tell you which extensions you are going to need to flash the firmware. So in the extensions menu, you need to download the auto build Marlin. This is the first extension, and after that you need to download the PlatformIO IDE extension. These are the two extensions that you need to download. After that, restart the Visual Studio Code and make the changes to flash the firmware. So you will make the changes in these files. So first of all, in configuration.h file, you need to define the motherboard. This is the main change, and you need to define MKS Robin Nano V3.1 board like this. After that, you need to define the serial port. You can use -1, 1 or 2, and after that these are the baud rates. You can choose 1,15,200 or 2,50,000 baud rate, whichever suits your firmware. After that you can name custom machine name to your printer. So I chose Horizon CR10. You can change any name. So here you will define the motor drivers. So I have used TMC2209 standalone mode, means DIR or step mode. So if you want to use any other mode, you need to change it to just TMC2209. So after that, these are the mostly changes for your hot and PID tuning or temperature sensor and maximum temperature value. And after that, if you are using BL touch sensor, you will define in Z-axis portion, and make sure you have enabled thermal protection. And if you are using Core XY, then define Core XY. Otherwise, if it is Cartesian, then you don't need to define anything here. And the main part is the direction of your limit switch. If it is minimum, then choose min plug, and if it is maximum, then choose max plus. After that, you need to change the direction and steps for your motors. So these are the steps for x-axis, y-axis, z-axis and extruder motor. This is the maximum feed rate, and this is the acceleration, and these are the jet settings. After that, this is the Z probe section, and here you will define BL touch sensor if you are using BL touch. If you are using any other sensor, then you can define any other by disabling this BL touch sensor. After that, this is nozzle to probe offset. This means that how much further is your nozzle from the BL touch sensor or any other sensor. These are the directions of motor. If the direction is right, then keep it like this, and if the direction is wrong, then you can change from true to false or false to true. This is the home direction. -1 means minimum position and +1 means maximum position. After that, these are the maximum bed size and Z-axis maximum position. So I was using 380 or 380 and 400 for the extrude. You can change whatever you want. This is the filament runoff sensor definition. You can enable it from here. After that, this is the auto bed leveling. If you are using any sensor, you can enable auto bed leveling and Z-safe homing also. And you can define the EEPROM settings tag from here. And after that, in LCD section, you need to define one LCD that you are using. Otherwise, it will not flash the firmware if you haven't defined any LCD. So even if you are not using LCD, you are just planning to control the printer from laptop or any PC, but make sure you need to define any one LCD. I was using CR10 stock display, so that's why I defined this. And if you are not using this, then you can change the LCD. So these are the changes that you need to make in configuration.h file. So in configuration.advanced file, you need to define some. Basically, you don't need to define any changes in configuration.advanced.h file. But if you want some features that like power loss recovery or any advanced feature, then you can define the features in this. But basic settings are already enabled in this section. And for MKS Robin Nano V3.1 board, you need to define the default environment. So you can define the environment for the MKS Robin board like this: MKS Robin Nano V3.1 USB flash drive. You can also use just MKS Robin Nano V3.1 if you do not want to use the USB feature on the board. So if you are using USB feature on the board, then you cannot enable the power loss recovery feature without the module. So if you want to enable the power loss recovery feature, then you will not able to use flash drive. So these are the settings that you need to make for your MKS Robin Nano V3.1 board. And to flush the firmware, first of all you need to clean the folder in which you are going to flash the firmware. So the firmware flashes in this folder, in .pio folder, and in build folder you will see MKS Robin Nano V3.1 USB flash drive. This is the environment name that we have defined in PlatformIO folder. So this is the folder it will build later when you will start the firmware building. And you will see the file like this. So this is the main file, Robin Nano V3.1 bin file. This is the file that you will upload in your Robin board. Let me clean the folder. So after cleaning the firmware, you will see that the folder that was available here is now gone. So now if you want to directly upload the firmware, then you can connect the board with the PC and then upload it. So if you want to flash the firmware by using SD card, and this is the mostly used method. So you will flash the firmware by clicking on build, and after that it will start building. It will take some time, around 4 to 5 minutes, and depending on your PC. So it will start building this folder and .bin file. Now you can see that we have successfully built the firmware. So you will see that folder has come again here, and you will see the .bin file again here like this. And you can copy this file into SD card, and then you can upload the folder, and then you can upload the file in your Robin board. So this is how you will flash the firmware for MKS Robin Nano V3.1 board. So if you still think that I have missed anything, so you can ask me in comment section or you can contact me. So I will make another video on that. So this is for now. See you in the next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz.